What's up guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Niveth Associations and today we're going to be taking a look at this iPhone XR running iOS 14.7 as of when this video was made. So before we get right into it, let me just talk about this iPhone XR real quick. As you can see, this has been in service for us for 2 years, and this is the phone that makes Niveth Associations videos for the past 2 years of Niveth Associations being existed. So right now, the camera that I'm recording is a Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition, which is the phone that I have right now. And I don't know whether the quality is good on that phone or this one. But I'm just using this phone because obviously I cannot use this phone to record because I need to show you this phone. So I have to use my main phone here. So let's get right into it. So first things first, as you can see, there is something different about this OS, and you can tell right away what it is. You see the trace together is very convenient, and you might notice something different. Yes, this has widgets on the home screen. I mean, widgets has been totally redesigned to give you more information at a glance, and you can add them to your home screen. So you can choose from different sizes and arrange however you like, and you can also add a smart stack or widgets intelligently created based on the apps you use most. And the right widget will show up automatically at the right time of day. So as you can see, I have the battery widgets here for my Apple iPhone, Apple Watch, and the AirPods, and weather also. And I also have the safe entry check-in, very useful. And it also shows how to shoot video in photo mode. And of course, tomorrow is going to be thunderstorm, so yeah. Oh, and I'll talk about this in a second. So yeah, that's widgets for you. App library. So the new app library automatically organizes all of your apps in one simple, easy to navigate view. And apps are sorted by category, and your most used apps are always one tap away. So as you can see right here, I have the app library over here. And you can just search. I mean, this feature is going to be released in the new iPadOS 15, which I'll be talking about it next year when it actually gets released. And as you can see, this I have the suggestions over here, the utilities. Yeah, I mean it's really useful. Yeah, shopping and health and fitness and reading. Actually, this is if you have a lot of apps on this phone, then maybe you can just go to a library and you can search actually like what apps you like. It's a really useful feature, and it's coming to the iPad later this year. So I want to talk about messages and Face ID for a second. So because I don't use Face ID and I use the trusty passcode, well, what I've heard, right, is that when you wear a face mask with times like this right now, it's easier to unlock the iPhone while wearing a mask with a magical assist from Apple Watch. So you can unlock your iPhone with your Apple Watch while wearing a face mask. That is like very good. And I don't use messages, I use WhatsApp. So yeah, and I don't even have iMessage. So yeah, I mean there's new memoji styles, and maps like Apple Maps. I don't use Apple Maps that often. And but then you can, if you have an electric vehicle, you can plan your trip with charging stations along the way. And you can also use cycling directions, which is very useful. But then the problem is I use Google Maps, so yeah. And there's also guides that we can use, like San Francisco, near the San Francisco Bay Area. If you want to go there, just like you have a virtual guide in your phone, so you don't need a tour guide. And there's also the new Translate app. So the conversations across languages should actually feel natural and easy, and have the ability to remain private. So we have this translation app. Yeah, this one. So you just turn your phone to a landscape and tap the single microphone button to say something. So if I could, okay, hello,
Hola,
you are good.
eres bueno.
So subscribe to Nive Legend 123.
Suscríbete a la aldea en 123.
Oh, never mind. On device mode, which enable a fully offline experience for Translate So you can download, like similar to Google Translate, can download all the languages on the phone, which is good because when you go to a country, or at least used to, you can go and converse with the people using this app, which is useful if you don't know the language, like Spain, for instance. Let's talk about Siri. So Siri is a vital way to get information and get things done. And because of a new compact design, you can take advantage of everything Siri can do without losing your context. So the Siri interface has been redesigned. So as you can see, it is just like uh oh, it's ju- it is now. I mean, it is now a small circle at the bottom of the screen without taking too much context, and it has a completely new look as you can see right now. And because it's a compact design, so it should not obstruct your view at all, unlike the iOS 13 and iOS 12 series, which just take up the entire space. And you know what's the crazy fact? Siri has over 20 times more facts than just 3 years ago. That is just crazy, right? And you now can help you find answers to a broader set of questions by using information from across the world. So, like instance, how is Niveth Legend 123?
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
I I think it doesn't recognize my YouTube channel. Anyway, we can also send audio messages to its Siri, but I don't use messages. And there's also the new Home app, but the problem is I don't have any Home Kit enabled devices. So yeah, but as you can see, we go to the Home app, and I clearly don't have any devices that take advantage of this HomeKit feature, so I may not be able to explain to you what the features are. But as far as I know, there's adaptive lighting, so for supported devices, and has activity zones too, and face recognition for in order to see what you're doing in the HomeKit. And obviously, we have to talk about Safari. So we browse the web, it should feel fast, powerful, and private. So with iOS 14, Safari is more responsive and capable than ever, and then it gives new ways to protect the privacy. And so right now, one feature which is now in beta mode is translation, which means you can now translate websites in several different languages. I think they're going to extend this feature in iOS 15 when it comes out next month. I know, and the performance is the world's fastest mobile server, and it delivers up to 2 times faster JavaScript performance than Chrome on Android. This thing is faster. And password monitoring, and it warns you if a password you're not using is secure, which is just crazy. It'll give you a recommended password, and there's also the privacy report. And so there are car keys and CarPlay, and may transform the relationship between your iPhone and the car. And now the relationship gets even more powerful with the ability to unlock and start your car with iPhone. Like you can just take this and just start your own car. Like just go to the car door, but the problem is I can't demonstrate it to you right now because due to reasons. Anyway, we also you can use this to start your car. I mean, you obviously can't steal the phone and just put in the car. It won't work. You have to use face recognition. So you can also share and manage the keys with the family or friends. You can also customize controls and create restricted profiles, and it even works up to 5 hours after the iPhone battery runs out. Like you got no battery, but you can still use your phone to unlock your car, which is neat. And there's also we need to talk about the AirPods feature, which means it has spatial audio only for AirPods Pro and AirPods Max users. But the problem is I have the original AirPods, so yeah, it's not gonna work. So there's also battery notifications when it let you know when you need to charge your AirPods, which is actually a really nice feature. And there's also automatic switching, like if you move between devices without manually switching your AirPods in it, and then you finish your call on iPhone and then pick up your iPad to watch a movie, it automatically switches over, which is fun. So yeah, you don't have to pair and all that kind of things. And also they have audio sharing for Apple TV. So if an Apple TV, you can connect two sets of AirPods to Apple TV 4K. so you can enjoy movies and shows without someone else, without disturbing others. So you can just use your AirPods with the Apple TV. So with you don't need to use the speaker. I mean, if someone is like doing work inside the room, the same room if you're watching Apple TV, you don't have to cause an inconvenience to the other people. You can just use your AirPods as a, let's just say, a speaker in your head, like headphones. And we must obviously start talking about privacy because it is a fundamental human right and at the core of everything Apple does. And then iOS 14 gives more control over the data you share and more transparency to how it's used. So there's this new app tracking transparency, and then you receive a prompt when an app wants to track across apps or websites owned by other companies, and decide if you want to give permission to that company. And it also gives you it like Apple gives you everything you want to prevent an app from tracking you because AI and all. And there's also a recording indicator, so as you can see, recording indicator over there, and then it'll say what app you are on, and it'll say which app is using the microphone, which is a really neat feature that Apple is doing. And then you can also upgrade to sign in with Apple at the same time, and then you can only like show an approximate location instead of an exact location. And there is so much more we need to talk. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to talk about that, like Apple Arcade and the Apple Cache family, augmented reality, and of course, camera, and the Game Center, health, and notes photos. And then there's lots of things we need to talk about, but we don't have enough time for this, so yeah. So iOS 14 is compatible with the iPhone 12 and newer. I mean, it is. So the iOS 14 is compatible with the iPhone 6s Plus and newer. This is running iOS 14, but iOS 15 is scheduled to come out in the fall, which means next month probably. So I'll do a separate video on that, and yeah. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment on how should I improve my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I only see people viewing them but they're not subscribing them, so I beg you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I'll see you guys next time, and see you guys in the next video.